Village Talk to the people of God, the people of the Bible. This message is for you. We got to let the players play and get out of the newsroom of wanting to know more things concerning what's happening in our lives, right? And the newsrooms, we should know what that means for us, the things we run to for that daily information. Instead of allowing the players to play and to get up out the newsroom, to get about the busyness of the chatter that's providing you information on what's going on around you, and to just literally let the players play and to have hope, trust, and what the Most High God is already doing behind the scenes in our lives. And a lot of times, in whose news is the final news, whose news is the greater, it's the report, the true news, the good news even, that we need to hold on to, and let that be the information we turn to that's telling us what's going on around us. But we got to prepare to allow others, the players, right, of this world, we got to allow them to play. We got to allow the energies, the spirits to play out, to do what they're going to do, and not be willing and ready to get an update in the spiritual age of what's going on around us, right? Because it's changing. Energy is fluid. It's always changing. Why would you get into busyness? And a lot of the news and the energy is fabricated. It's manipulated. And so a lot of it is not true. It's trickery. It's things that it's an illusion, something that we would give ourselves to, given the courage, but we sometimes hold back, hence manipulating, holding back certain energies, certain things to happen. And we being true in our nature and our divine energy, spiritual flow will begin to be lost because we are giving and expecting something, the news, the report, to be true and accurate to our lives, and hence it is. But what in fact, sometimes and a lot of times, things that's going on around us have the ability to match you, to exchange fairly the energy, the information, the frequencies that you give, right? The frequency that you give back. Come on. Got interrupted. Phone call. However that works. But we can get disrupted, interrupted, right, on what's hence going on around us, to where we lose sight, we lose understanding of ourselves, being that we're giving our true present selves, our true presence, true selves in this moment of uncertainty and trickery, to where that news can be something that can create confusion and busyness in our heads, in our minds. Is the reason why we have to prepare to allow those things to play out, though we can stand in our truth and our power, and which we intend to be and to believe and to have hope and to have inspiration and to have calling and purpose. We can be true in all of these organic and supernatural things at the same time, being able to release the need to know what's going on in this informational age right now. And I'm telling you, because not all of it is healthy for the mind. And not to say you're not going to know, because it's so easy to know what's going on in the news. It's easy to know because everybody's talking, even if you're late to the table. Just coming from a concert yesterday, I don't want to say the girl's name, but I was like, so who is this? Homegirl, the dude, it's a whole lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I said, oh, okay, her. And I had to research her because I don't keep up with these trending artists. I don't keep up. And being, it was a free ticket for your boy, so I went anyway, under the expression of just going out and doing something different, but not knowing what was going on was my position, right, in that particular situation, and understanding that, I just didn't have the information. I wasn't, and that was not a bad thing, because the culture of this girl's music is really sexualizing for young women, and as queens, that's not what we need. And I'm looking, and it was older women, they 40s, 50s, just to impress, you understand me, at this young girl concert, and they was throwing it back, too. They was throwing it back. And so, but what was amazing is to realize that was what that was all about. And so in hindsight, I wasn't missing out on anything. And a lot of times that's the same reality we need to understand today. The information, the news that's going on around us concerning our lives, right? And this is metaphorically spoken as well as literally spoken. The things that's happening physically in our lives and the things that is happening mentally and spiritually around us, right? That's trying to infiltrate our minds and our will. These things are happening simultaneously in terms of the news, but we don't need to know. We don't need to be in that place of knowing, of need to know basis, right? We need to be at a place of need to know basis. And a lot of times we don't need to know. And so let that settle. I'm telling you, because, and I know it's a process for all of us, even for me, because I go to different channels, to get the same encouragement, the same enlightenment on the things I know, which is true to me and things I'm doing right now. And though it's serving because it's telling me a lot of the truth and reality to what the perspective I incline to subscribe to, is telling me what that is doing around me. It's letting me know what that sort of channeling, what that sort of outlook and perspective on life, what that's bringing, as far as the interactions of family and friends and employers and jobs and home, housing, and all these different things that we will go through, because a lot of my channels, are all spiritual. They're all spiritual, faith-based, and, other spirituals that some will classify as New Age, right? Just to get that informational touch basis on what's going on around us, using the energies and the frequencies that we're vibrating, that we are actually mirroring in this society. And it's all, and it's physical and it's also spiritual. It's literal and it's metaphorical, to understand that, the news that's going on around us, all around us, is things that will always happen. It always will be fluid. It will always be changing. It will be like a wave. It will be coming and going. It will always have this pattern, rhythm of flow that we can jump in, this currency that we can jump in and out of, giving the chance. But to know that we don't need to be caught up in the busyness of these currencies, these streams. We don't need to get caught up in the busyness of the flow of what's going on around us, especially when we can take that opportunity to rest. And I believe that's what the Most High, what God is sharing with us, is the superpower to go in and have intuition and have spiritual insight on what's going on around us, to be able to do that, but to also have the superpower to know you got calm, you got rest. You can rest in the day of adversity. You can rest in the day of trials and tribulations, knowing that these things is coming to make you, what don't kill you, make you stronger, and it's coming to make you, it's coming to work together, all of it together, every single ounce of, the things that we are going through in life, the things that we encounter, the things that we are esteeming to accomplish, the trials and adversities, these things, the things that we can't change, the unchanging is necessary, is working together for our good, essentially, is what God is sharing with us. And so only thing we can do now is just decide to rest. And so let this be an encouragement to you. Didn't want this to go really long, but want this to be an encouragement to you to allow the players to play and to furthermore choose to stay out of the newsroom. Choose to stay out of the newsrooms. And you know what those newsrooms are for you, as well as I know what they are for me. Let that be our collective challenge this week and moving forward for the rest of the year. Because I believe, in that place of allowing the players to play is removing our emotions from the people that's, doing whatever they're doing. It's taking, the energy off of that, the focus off of that, and the vengeance and wanting to get back, to the players, and it's allowing them to play, and it's telling us to stay out of the news concerning the vengeance that God is bringing back on these people. you know, because we know that, vengeance is God.